Your Golden keeps bringing you things, a toy, a sock, an old shoe, and you think it's a gift or that they want to play. It's not. What they're really telling you goes so much deeper, and the final reason will change how you see your dog forever. If you love your Golden, subscribe. I post these every few days. Let's get into it. Let's start with number 7, and it's the one most people already have suspect. Your Golden was built for this. For nearly 200 years, this breed was shaped for a single job: to find what a hunter brought down, pick it up without leaving a mark, and carry it gently all the way back to a human's hand. That last part matters more than you think. Not back to a den, not to a pile, to a person. The whole instinct points at you. So when your Golden trots across the kitchen with a slipper in their mouth, you're not watching a quirk. You're watching a job that was written into them generations before they were born, still firing, still looking for the one human it was always meant to find. And here's the part that surprises people. The soft mouth Goldens are famous for, the way they can carry an egg without cracking it, was bred for this exact moment. The carry, the delivery, the handoff to you. That sock arrives a little damp and completely undamaged for a reason. Their body is doing something ancient and precise, and it has chosen you as the endpoint.
But instinct alone doesn't explain why they pick the moments they do, why the toy shows up the second you walk through the door, or right when you sink into your chair after a long day. That timing isn't random, and it leads us straight into number 6, where this stops being about history and starts being about what's happening inside your dog right now. Number 6, watch what your Golden does the moment you come home. Before the wagging, before the spinning, a lot of them bolt off and come back with something, anything, clamped in their mouth. A toy, a shoe, the TV remote, if that's what's closest. And owners laugh and call it a little greeting gift. But here's what's really going on. The joy of you walking through that door is too big for their body to hold. A Golden feels that reunion like a flood, and they need somewhere to put it. Carrying something gives that overwhelming feeling a job to do. It's the dog version of a person who doesn't know what to do with their hands. There's a second layer too, and it's a kind one. A Golden who has something in their mouth physically cannot jump up and nip at you in their excitement. Some part of them has learned that holding an object keeps their mouth busy and keeps you happy. So the gift at the door is doing double duty. It's releasing a wave of emotion they can't otherwise express, and it's their way of greeting you without getting too wild.
Think about that the next time you walk into a Golden sprinting at you with a stuffed duck. That's not a dog showing off a toy. That's a dog so happy to see you that they had to grab something just to keep themselves together. And if a feeling that big needs an outlet, it tells you something about how much space you take up in their world, which is exactly what number 5 begins to reveal. Because bringing you things isn't only about their feelings. A lot of the time, it's a question they're asking you. Number 5, when your Golden drops something in your lap and then just looks at you, they're not only saying, "Throw this," they're asking a much bigger question. They're asking you to be with them. People who study dog behavior call these moments bids, small invitations a dog offers to see if you'll engage back. And the object is the easiest way a Golden knows to start one. They can't tap you on the shoulder, they can't say, "Hey, got a minute?" So they bring you the thing, because the thing has always worked. The thing gets your eyes off the screen and onto them. Here's why this matters so much for Goldens in particular. This is a breed that was never meant to work alone in a field at a distance. They were bred to work right beside a person, in constant back and forth, reading and responding all day long. Connection isn't a bonus for a Golden. It's the whole design.
So that toy in your lap is a Golden reaching for the one thing they were built to need, you, paying attention, in a loop with them. And when you take the toy, look at them, say their name, you just answered the question. You told them, "Yes, I'm here. We're doing this together." Quick thing before we keep going, because the next 4 reasons only get more emotional. If your Golden has ever made you feel truly seen by a dog, do me a favor and subscribe. It's the one thing that keeps these videos coming, and the heaviest reasons are still ahead. All right. Because here's where the gift stops being about play at all, and number 4 is the first one that tends to catch people off guard. Number 4, and this is where a lot of people feel their chest tighten a little. To understand it, you have to step into your Golden's world for a moment, a world where almost nothing belongs to them. They don't own a bank account,
They don't have a phone or a car or 100 possessions. In the entire economy of a dog's life, they have a tiny handful of things that are truly theirs. That one shoot-up toy, the rope with the knot half gone, the ball that smells exactly right. To your Golden, that ratty toy isn't junk. It might be the single most valuable thing they own. Now think about what it means that they carry it to you. They're not handing you something they don't care about. They are taking the thing they treasure most in the world and putting it in your hands.
In human terms, that isn't, here, hold this. This is precious to me, and I want you to have it. It's generosity in its purest form, because a Golden gives without any idea of getting something back. And it's trust, because handing over your treasure means believing the other one won't take it from you for good. Goldens do this more freely than almost any breed alive. They are, at their core, sharers. The dog who guards their food and growls over a bone is running a different program. The Golden who drops their favorite toy at your feet is running the opposite one. Give, share, include you. So the next time that beat-up toy lands beside your chair, remember you're not being handed a toy. You're being handed the most valuable thing a small, loyal life has to give. And as moving as that is, it still isn't the deepest version of this. Number 3 goes somewhere a lot of owners don't expect, somewhere more tender. Number 3, pay close attention to when your Golden brings you things, because the timing tells a story. A lot of owners notice it happens on the hard days. You're sitting quietly after bad news. You're at the kitchen table with your head in your hands. You're tense and withdrawn and not yourself. And that is exactly when the Golden appears at your side, pushing a toy into your lap. People assume the dog is being oblivious, trying to play while you're falling apart. The truth is almost the reverse. Your Golden has read you.
This breed is extraordinarily tuned to human emotion. Study after study shows that dogs, and Goldens especially, pick up on our sadness, our stress, the change in our voice and our scent, and the way we carry our shoulders. Your Golden knows something is wrong, and bringing you something is the only tool they have to fix it. In their experience, the toy is what creates a good moment. The toy is what makes you smile, what gets you down onto the floor, what turns a heavy feeling into a lighter one. So when they're worried about you, they reach for the one thing that has always worked. They are, in the clumsiest and most sincere way a dog can manage, trying to comfort you. There's another side to this too. Sometimes the dog who brings you something isn't soothing you, they're soothing themselves, and they're using you to do it. An anxious Golden, an unsure Golden, a Golden caught in a thunderstorm will carry an object straight to your feet because holding something calms them, and being near you calms them, and doing both at once is the safest they know how to feel. Either way, the message underneath is the same. You are the place they go when feelings get big. You are the safe one. Hold on to that, because it's the doorway into number 2. And number 2 is something your Golden does over and over, quietly, that most people never decode. Number 2. Have you ever noticed your Golden bring you something for what seems like no reason at all? You're not leaving.
You're not upset. Nothing is happening. You're just sitting there, and here comes the dog with a sock. No throwing expected. They drop it, maybe nudge it toward you, and seem perfectly satisfied just to have done it. That one confuses people the most, and it's one of the sweetest of all. That's a check-in. In a Golden's mind, the bond between the two of you isn't a fixed thing they take for granted. It's something they like to touch base on. Bringing you an object is a small, low-stakes way of reaching out and confirming, we're still good. You're still my person. We're still us. It shows up most after any kind of gap, after you've been at work all day, after a trip, even after raised voices in the house when the air felt strange to them. The Golden senses the distance, small as it is, and closes it the only way they know how. They bring you something. They reopen the loop. They make contact. And when you answer warmly, even just a good boy and a scratch behind the ears, you've confirmed it for them. The bond is intact. The world is steady. There's a reason Goldens do this, and a lot of more independent breeds simply don't. A Golden's whole sense of well-being is wired straight into their relationship with you. They don't drift off and live in their own world. They keep checking the thread that ties them to you, again and again, all day long, with a toy and a hopeful look. Which brings us, at last, to number 1. This is the one I promised you at the start. This is the one that once you understand it, you will never be able to unsee. And for a lot of you, it is going to land hard. Number 1. Everything we've talked about, the instinct, the joy, the invitation, the treasure, the comfort, the check-in, all of it folds into a single truth that sits underneath the whole behavior. When your Golden brings you things, they are giving you the closest thing a dog has to a piece of themselves. Here is what I mean. To your Golden, you are not a part of their world. You are the center of it. You are the sun their entire day turns around, when you'll wake, when you'll come home, which room you're in right now. They have built their whole life around you without you ever asking them to. And a creature who loves like that needs some way to say it. They don't have words. They don't have gifts they can go out and buy. They have one single currency in this life, the things they can carry in their mouth, and they spend it on you over and over, every chance they get. That sock at your feet is a love letter from a soul who has no other way to write one. Now, I want you to sit with the part that catches people. There will come a day, years from now, when your Golden is old. Their face will have gone white around the muzzle. Their hips will be slow. They won't sprint to the door anymore. But so many of them still do this, still push themselves up off the floor, still find something, still carry it to you one more time. Because after a whole life together, it is the truest thing they know how to do. And owners will tell you it is in that exact moment, watching an old Golden drag a toy across the floor with the last of their strength, that it finally hits them what it always meant. It was never about the object. It was never a gift in the way you thought. It was a small, loyal soul telling you, in the only language they ever had, "You are my person, you are my home, and everything I have, I bring to you." That is what is really happening when your Golden brings you things. Not a game, not a trick. A whole lifetime of devotion, handed to you, one sock at a time. So the next time your Golden drops something at your feet, stop for just a second before you toss it back. Remember number 7, the ancient instinct that points straight at you. Remember the joy too big for their body to hold, the invitation to simply be together, the treasure they're trusting you with, the comfort they're trying to give and to take, and the quiet little check-ins on a bond they never once take for granted. And remember number 1, that every single one of those moments is the same dog, in the same breath, telling you that you are the center of their entire world. You don't have to do anything grand with that. Just see it. Let it land.
The next sock will mean more than the last one did. If this changed the way you see your Golden even a little, then you made it all the way to the end of this one. And the people who watch all the way through are the ones who truly love their dogs. That's you. Subscribe and I'll see you in the next video where I break down what your Golden is really saying when they lean their whole body weight against your legs, because that one isn't what you think either. Take good care of that Golden of yours. I'll see you soon.